St James Park, Newcastle. Liverpool's victory over Everton appears not to have been a one-off. Once again, against a considerably better opponent than their city rivals, the Reds put in a performance that looked a lot more like themselves in attack than they have shown for most of this season. Inside 20 minutes, and Cody Gakpo had them 2-0 up, with two team goals that were superbly worked. Then Nick Pope stopped scoring a third by handballing outside the penalty area. From that point, it was just about being professional and seeing the game out, with one eye on Tuesday night. Newcastle certainly continued to try and cause problems, but Liverpool just about did enough to maintain their advantage, not perfect and not without a couple of scares, but sufficient to earn a vital win. Here are the 4 things spotted as the game unfolded and the Reds moved within 6 points of the spots with a fixture in hand still to be played. Alisson Becker proves his worth again. Liverpool's goalkeeper has made a huge difference time after time this season, and did so again here. He saved from Miguel Almiron in a 1vs1 when Newcastle was still playing with 11 men and caught a number of difficult crosses when under pressure. There is a strong argument that he was the best Liverpool player on the day, certainly in the first half, when the match was won, with a string of important moments in what could have easily become a trickier outing even against 10. Liverpool was poor from set pieces at times and rode its luck in parts, but Alisson was a big part of the reason they won the points. In this kind of match, you definitely can't afford to go a goal down or offer any kind of hope when Newcastle is being beaten. Alisson was the main man when it came to denying them that. Trent Alexander-Arnold back every time Liverpool's creative hub got the ball in the first half. Newcastle's defence would have been dreading what was to follow. In the second, his attacking prowess was needed less with a 2-goal lead already established. Núñez was the man to benefit most frequently in the opening 45 minutes, with cross-field balls put on a plate for the Uruguayan time after time in good positions. Every pass or cross from Alexander-Arnold was dangerous, all while he just about dealt with the threat of Allan Saint-Maximin going the other way. It is no coincidence that Liverpool looked considerably better with their star creator looking in form. With these kind of performances, the Reds are giving themselves a chance, even if they will want to further improve. Attack clicks into gear. Núñez was once again very effective off the left, scoring the opening goal after a superb pass from Alexander-Arnold. Gakpo, too, dropping deep and linking things up at the tip of the midfield, was excellent and took his goal very well indeed. Salah, meanwhile, looked lively, panicked Pope into a daft decision that will cost him a place in the Carabao Cup final next weekend, and delivered several world-class passes into teammates including his assist for the second. It was always going to take some time for the new-look Jurgen Klopp forward line to find form, but it appears to have done so now. And then there is Roberto Firmino and Luis Diaz to add into the mix. Núñez, in particular, though, was electric with his running, intensity and a finish that Alan Shearer would have been pleased with at this stadium, a confident blast into the back of the net without a second thought. Klopp, of course, has coaxed the best out of strikers in the past, with even making a slow start to life under his management at Borussia Dortmund. "I think Louis would tell the same story," Klopp said of the 23-year-old Núñez at the end of 2023. We had shooting sessions where he didn't finish off one. We had bets all the time for €10. If you score more than 10 times I will pay you 10, if you don't you have to pay me. My pocket was full of money. It's all about staying calm. When you see the potential, stay calm. It's so difficult in the world we are living in. Because of you, the media, asking and making a big fuss of everything, then the supporters, social media and all these kinds of things, the more you can shut off that, the better it is. Klopp certainly was not a doubter of his current number 9, and this was a performance that showed why, electric, but with more promise still to be delivered as well, with more refinements to be made. Núñez was just one example of a change slowly taking place within this Liverpool side, his confidence clearly having come on leaps and bounds in recent weeks. He took the goal with no doubts in his head and summed up the difference among all of the Reds' men. A confident Liverpool is a Liverpool that can make up the ground to finish inside the top 4 this season, and a confident Núñez could be a big help in achieving that. Anyone doubting Núñez's ability simply has not been watching closely enough this season, the first goal here being his 16th goal contribution of the campaign to date. The only doubts are over Núñez's shoulder, which was causing him problems after a tackle from Kieran Trippier just before he was substituted around the hour mark. The end of S goal drought he last scored in April 2022 could have been the cherry on the top of the Liverpool cake, but the Portuguese missed 3 big chances as the clock ticked down. Double boost just 4 days before facing at Anfield, a game away at Newcastle seemed like the last thing that Liverpool needed, especially given the must-win situation that the Reds put themselves in as they chase the top 4. Playing against 10 men for around 70 minutes, Liverpool was able to manage the game to an extent, even if Klopp would have loved them to kill it properly with a third goal. It was not by any means easy, but certainly easier than against 11, or had they gone a goal behind. That little extra opportunity to play themselves into form was taken, with key men like Fabinho continuing to look much better, if still some way off their peak. Jordan Henderson, too, played more like his usual self, even if he was not quite at the level of intensity that he was last Monday in the Merseyside derby. More refreshed than they might have been, but in the groove a little more as more small steps forward were taken in the right direction. It was probably as ideal as the preparation for facing the Spanish giants in the last 16 of the could have reasonably been, given how difficult an away day Newcastle can be.